Friends, how are you? Thank you for joining me later than usual. We had quite the storm system move through and we lost power for a while. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it or not. But then when all things seemed to pass, I thought, okay, we're going to go for it. So, that being said, welcome. My name's Cheryl Wright. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from northeastern Montana. And I am here to share some fun projects with you tonight. Before I get started, let's get started. So I need to share my camera. And I'm trying a different background tonight. Somebody told me that using the grid makes my computer and my Wi-Fi work harder. So it takes more bandwidth. So we're going to try this tonight and we'll see if it helps with my connectivity. Wonder where everybody is tonight. I know I'm a half hour later than normal, but I was hoping that some of you would still be able to join me. But we're going to go ahead and get started anyway. So I'm using a black mat instead of my glass mat. I do love my glass mat and it will be on sale to everyone starting Wednesday. So I would get it sooner than later if you want it. But right now, the deal is an extra 10% off bundles from the catalog and from online exclusives. Hi, Anna. And the Stamp and Die bundles, I've been featuring about one of those a week. Some of them, like the Seaside Wishes last week, also have an embossing folder that come in the bundle. And you get an additional 10% off of those. So, and also the machines that you need to do some of this fun, fancy stuff with. I also started this ends Sunday, June 30th. So get them while you can. Anyway, I started the summer shopping spree event, and I know it's kind of hard to read on here, but you earn one entry, you get it for shopping with me. You have a chance to win a $50 shopping spree. Earn one entry for every $25 that you order. $50 equals two entries, etc. Earn one entry by mailing a card to me. You can do that one a month. June, July, and August has to be postmarked in those months. I know I'm shaking. I'm sorry. Or other entries based on challenges as well. I challenged you, if you did the mystery stamping with me on Tuesday, to send or to share a picture or a photo or whatever of the mystery stamping project, and you would get an entry. So event runs June, July, and August of 2024. The drawing will be held September 1st, unless otherwise stated. That's Labor Day weekend, so it might be a little after that. It's an exclusive event by me, and it's available to U.S. residents only. And if you need my email address, if you need my address to mail me a card or something, it's at the bottom of my email. So subscribe to my emails. So I think we've got all the bells and whistles running. Like I said, I'm using my black mat tonight to hopefully have better internet and clearer pictures and. So if you saw the description of this class, it told you that we were using the bundle, the Filled with Fun bundle. Oh, there's still glare on it, even if I've got a black mat underneath it. The Filled with Fun bundle. It is an online exclusive, and it comes with these dies. These are very, very fun dies. So this is currently on sale with the bundle sale. Hi, Rebecca. And it will be an additional 10% off through Sunday. Now, part 2 of this is, let me see if I can just slide this over. Starting Wednesday, this is the Filled with Cheer stamp set with a reflection on it. And I'm sorry, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and slide it over. That doesn't have the reflection. And both use this set of dies. So if you got this bundle on sale, then you could order this one on Wednesday and you'd have 2 stamp sets to use with 1 set of dies. And what a way to go, right? So that's my spiel. We're going to use both stamp sets tonight, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I mentioned, we were dodging storms earlier, so I didn't know for sure if I would be able to do this or not, but here I am. So the first one's going to be a rather a simpler one. And I'm ready, but I'm not. Does that make sense? I'm ready, but I'm not ready. So I am looking for my tape runner. Actually, we're just going to dry layer this for now. Change my mind already. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to take a piece of my crumb cake and we're going to make the ground. Okay. But before we do that, we need some other stuff. So let me grab a piece of white. And the stamp set. You know, I have a hard enough time keeping track of one stamp set, and now I have 2 stamp sets to track down. Oh, my word. Right there. Oh, so let's go ahead and focus on, let's see here. We'll do a summer one. I'll get those out. I should have more of those stamps somewhere. Those blocks. All right, we'll do a little red wagon. Because why not, right? And I did not get any of my ink out. So be sure to say hello in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're from, what you're up to. Now, we're not really building. Boy, my red is bloppy. There, maybe that'll be good. Better. We're not going to. Maybe we are building the scene. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I did not go over my block. So I did not run this through. I've not used this one before. Fill in the color. Oh boy, that's really red. That is a barn red. And now we're going to put the red away before I end up wearing it. And then we'll line up some flowers. I have used this. I actually did a card for a mystery stamping project a while back that involved this stamp set. So maybe we are building it in here. I need more ink. Now sometimes when you go to put it down on the paper, you see some hole in the ink that you just inked it up with. That's what happened. So anyone else doing anything? Anyone doing anything fun this weekend? I haven't decided for sure what I'm doing. I'm supposed to go to my cousin's for their big town celebration. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not yet. I'm kind of waiting to see if my husband will go with me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some blends because they're handy. I'm going to tell you right now, this project is one that I had the least figured out. So I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go live tonight. Currently, the storm is at my daughter's house, so I'm not turning my notifications off. If I have to go because she's in the middle of crisis, then I have to go, right? So, giving some pretty little flowers. All right. And we will make them, do you want coral flowers? You know what? Why not? Calypso coral flowers. Ooh, that's definitely a brush that my daughter used to color pipe cleaners. The things that elementary students do to their mother's craft supplies. I tell you, elementary teaching students. I didn't realize it was going to be so hard on my blends when I told her, oh yeah, she needed colored ones and all I had were white ones. So, and that was years ago. So I'm just using some Calypso coral. I'm just going to give the flowers toward the center a little bit more, a little darker color. And then I'll come in and blend the other one. I'm probably going to regret doing. Oh no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I usually like the brush tip better, but we're just going to stick with the bullet end. Our blends, our blender pens, blends are alcohol-based markers, and they come in packs of 2, and each marker has a brush tip, like I just shared with you, that my daughter used, and then this bullet point. So yes. I was so excited when I saw this set matched one of the new ones that comes out on July 3rd. I like to get as much versatility out of my stamps and the dies. You know, those dies are kind of pricey sometimes. So if you can get one set of dies to work with 2 different stamp sets, that is just awesome. Wiggle, wiggle, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. I was thinking about how I was going to cut these apart, but I think I might have an idea. I don't want to cut around all those. Yeah. Okay, now we need a green. Let's do Granny Apple Green. You know, I used to think Granny Apple Green was so bright. And then we got Lemon Lime Twist and Parakeet Party for a while. And now it's like, Granny Apple Green isn't that bright at all. Oh, your daughter's coming home, Rebecca? That's wonderful. North Carolina, huh? That's one of the places I have not been. That is where the next Stampin' Up! Conference is that I want to go to, so maybe I'll be able to take it off my bucket list. I'd like to get to all 50 states. And I'm at about 37, I think. So I need the Southeast and the Northeast. Besides that, I have all the rest. I have the Central East. I lived on the East Coast for about 2 years. After high school, I was a nanny. Great fun. I got to tour the area. I was a tourist for over 2 years and had a ball. All right, I might stop there with that because I have to figure out how to cut these out. So this is just going to go around them, but I don't want to lose my wagon, and I don't want a white background. So We're going to cheat. Yes, they go together nicely, but I don't want to cut the flowers out. So we'll do this. There. I'm going to put this on the die cut machine. And I use some tear tape to hold it in place. And away I go. You're planning on going to Raleigh for the convention in March? Yes. Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to meet up with you, Rebecca. I would love that. I'm hoping I get to go. You know, right now I'm planning on it, but it's still quite a ways off. So much can happen. All right. This isn't going to be my best card. I'm just going to warn you right now. But it might turn out just fantastic, right? The other two I'm more prepared for. The third one took me a while to figure out. That's my problem. It took more time than I thought it was going to. All right. So I could have cut that one out by hand, but I didn't want to cut the flowers, so I cheated. I didn't cheat. I used the die. That's not cheating, right? That's what we're supposed to use. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put this down. So this is paper, some designer series paper from the airplane, the Take to the Sky bundle, something like that. All right. I like the speed of the tape runner, but I seem to fight with it a little bit. I don't have the swipe perfectly like I did with that fast fuse. I really liked fast fuse. Once I got going on that, I really did well with it. All right. I'm just going to stick this down. This is my earth. Because I can't have it floating. Oh, sorry. I'm down too low. All right. So now we're going to build our wagon. There's that. And there's that. And let's do some more stamping. This one, I'm not doing the dies quite. I'm doing more of the stamping. Oh, I crushed my goal I didn't even know I had for steps. I thought it was my daughter, but it wasn't. All right, we'll just do this. Black. We need 4 wheels. We're only going to do 2 because, you know, we're seeing the side view. And you can use the dies, but if you have the 3/4 inch punch, it also works. And I think the punches are faster, so I'm using them for speed. But it's a retired product, but Stampin' Up! Gave us 2 of the dies in the package. But you know how to use dies. So we're going to do this. Pop these on. Pop this on. Like I said, I'm trying not to just use dies. All right, let's start building. We're going to put dimensionals on this. I worked in town today until the storm got too close. Then I raced home to try to help put a couple things away. Mind you, not a lot because my boys had most of that done. And then we lost power for a while. And then I came down here and tried to get things going here. And it just hit me. I'm like, whew. Yeah. Big sigh. Big sigh of relief that I got this far. But I didn't get all my work done at work tomorrow, so I have to go back tomorrow. And my grand dog is barking. He's here for a visit. There. How cute is that? I could have just done this all on the white paper, but that would have been boring, right? I've got to jazz it up a little bit. I built this to go together, and so we're just going to slide it together. There. All right, now we need a handle or something. Maybe we don't need a handle. Looks kind of boring, I think. We'll give it a handle. Yeah, we're going to pretend the handle's somewhere else. So we're going to keep it simple. I have a, I think we'll just go ahead and use, let me show you this. This is one of the new dies that's coming out on Wednesday. This is the Greetings of the Season dies. And I have 2 stamp sets that go with it also. We're going to, You Make My Heart Bloom. Do I have one of these? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that nice one. It'll fit right over that. Oh, we're going for it. Maybe. You Make My Heart Bloom. Oh, it's not going to fit. Well, that stinks. Well, maybe this one will fit. Yep, that one will fit. Okay, so these are some of the new dies that you can order starting Wednesday. Also, and this one goes with, let me show you the 2 stamp sets this goes with. Greetings of the Season and Everyday Greetings. So those dies go with that. So let's go ahead and we'll put this across here. Cool. Like one of those banners that the airplane pulls. All right. I think this will fit. All right. And pick this up. I need another block. And we're just going to use that. I will show you my other card that I did as mystery card, mystery stamping. I happen to still have it. Some of them, they go out the door as fast as I make them, and some I have for a while. So let me grab my chunk of tape. Kind of line it up. I have a feeling this is going to be one of my favorite dies. I'm going to put a piece of the Misty Moonlight behind it. Nope, I need a longer one. I'm going to double it. That's what I'm doing. I didn't want to do this one, but I will. Use your trimmer, Cheryl. Don't try to do it with your Yeah, I was going to do it with my scissors. So I'm going to make 2, if you're curious as to what my brain is doing. And I'm double stacking it. So where do you live, Rebecca? That your daughter's coming from North Carolina. Where are you? All right. I don't know if I'm supposed to do 2 pieces of paper at one time, but for some of these for these blander dies, sometimes I sneak it through to save myself some time. There we go. Oh. So when I use the, I don't know where my adhesive eraser is. When I use the Post-it note tape, sometimes I get a little stickiness, but it comes right off. All right, we're going to go ahead and layer those like that. And I think, I don't know if I have any red. I don't think I have any red ribbon. So I might just use yellow. Lemon Lolly. How's that? It'll work. From the trio pack? All right. So we're going to just give a little glue here. Just to keep them together. Line up the hole. How are you guys doing with the black mat? Is it working for you or not? Pennsylvania. Okay. Pennsylvania. I'm a Montana girl, but when I was out there as a nanny, that's where I learned to ski. Was in Pennsylvania. It's kind of silly that a Montana girl had to go all the way to Pennsylvania to learn how to downhill ski. But I did, and it was awesome. And yes, I skied once I got back to Montana also. Ooh, I got a long thread here. Maybe we'll double it since I cut it that long. No sense in wasting. Actually, the first person I worked for when I was a nanny was actually a congressman from Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh area. All right, that's a double. I don't know if I like the double, but we'll keep it double for now. All right. There we go. Put that on there. I try to make my first card a simpler card. So I might have not made this as simple as I could have, but it's okay. It is okay. One thing I like about these longer dies is I can use up a whole strip of these edge pieces. There we go. There we go. Line it up. And there we have pretty much our first card. What else could we put on there? What else was in that stamp set? that we might want to add. Or we might just keep it there. We'll just keep it there. We'll call it good. There you go. You make my heart bloom. Little planter, little cart. Simple and sweet. Thank you, Anna. So there it is, kind of up close. All right. The next one is going to be a fun fold. Let me put this away before I forget where it went because it's new to me and I will not remember where it goes. We might bring these out more often. Who knows? All right. So I told you this is fun, filled with cheer and filled with fun. They share dies, but that doesn't mean you have to use dies, right? But they do share the wagon. I know they look different sized here, but this one is images at 80% and this one is images at 95%. So they do work. This goes, you can use the same die for this. The wheel has the same die. And I think that's where it ends. We're going to use this little snowman. I know it's not July yet, but we're going to do a little Christmas in July. And we're going to start off, like I said, with this stamp set, this little stamp. I don't know which works better. And I better I'm going to lose him. Lose that. So I wanted to just entice you with this. So this is a piece of crumb cake. And I have it's just a standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it at 2 1/4, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And we'll go there, and we're going to go there. All right, so that's just the way that one is going to be. Then we're going to use some of this new paper that becomes available on Wednesday. This paper is called Iconic Celebrations. It's 6 by 6. And you'll notice that it has some just random. I'll go through it the other way too. It's got there's doves and pumpkins and trees and like fireworks. Just plaids, all kinds of fun stuff, candy canes and trees. Let's do it this way now. It's got leaves and holly and branches and hearts. So basically it is for many of the holidays coming your way. Not right now. I mean, summer just started, but you know. So that paper is going to be available starting Wednesday when the new online exclusives hit. So I'm going to use this paper, and I was going to use a piece that, let's see. So the piece I needed was this big, but since I don't have that much of this paper, I cut the middle out of it. So if you want to make your paper even go further, cut the middle out of your papers, and then I can save this for another card. Just a little tip that you can use. So let's back up a little. This is a standard card base scored at 2 1/4 and 4 1/4. This piece, I missed my grid, but that's what they said was taking all the bandwidth was all the grid. So we're not gridding right now. We'll see. I haven't had any flags saying I was running out of internet. So this piece is 5.5 by 4 1/4. This piece is 5 1/4 by 4, I believe. And then this last layer is 4 7/8 by 3 1/8. Okay. So we're going to set all these pieces aside, and we're just going to work with this piece for a minute. And that stamp, let me grab a piece of scrap paper because I have not inked this up yet. This is not scrap paper, but it's fast becoming scrap paper. When I saw this stamp set, it was before I knew that it went with the dies. And I fell in love with this stamp. I love the snowman. Love, love, love the snowman. He looks so happy. He needs the sentiment some people are worth melting for, from Frozen and Olaf. Some people are worth melting for. And that's what this guy should be saying, but it's not. And that's okay. We're just going to stamp this right in the middle. And I'm stamping on the crumb cake. There we have it. All right, setting that aside. I'm going to use my colored pencils. And I got them out. Now, this is not the set you get when you order. This is what you get when you keep collecting them and throw them all in one box. So, just know that if you order colored pencils, you don't get all these. Some of these were from Paper Pumpkin. I think there was a Paper Pumpkin. There was actually an add-on set, but it's most likely, I think I have 2 boxes of number 1 in here and 2 boxes of the number 2s in here, plus random stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and color. With the colored pencils. I don't use the colored pencils quite as much as I did before blends. Before blends, I used a lot. I use my colored pencils a lot. But I'll just grab different colors. Apparently that yellow does not want to use, excuse me, that Daffodil Delight doesn't want. But I wanted to show you something. Now we can use white for our snowman, but he still doesn't come out really white. So we're going to do something different, but let me finish this up first. So garden green, old olive, oh, I missed a bulb. We'll do gold, silver, now I can get really messy with these, and it's okay. I don't like the pencil marks of colored pencils, but Stampin' Up! Has provided us with a magical tool when it comes to colored pencils and other mediums. I have to admit, I use it mostly with colored pencils. So as you can tell, I'm just coloring, and it's not perfect. It's kind of messy. It is what it is. There we go. I want a bright red scarf. And these sharpen so nicely with just a colored pencil. I mean, with just a pencil sharpener. I have a battery operated one that I keep mine sharp with. And they don't break very easily. Now watch me break one. But they don't usually. We'll make him matchy-matchy. His hat and his scarf will match. He'll be a fancy kind of fella. And then black. Give him a black hat. And like I said, I just love this stamp set a lot because of him. And then we'll grab early espresso. Oh, there is the coolest sled bundle coming out. on Wednesday. Here, let me give you a sneak peek. These are all the ones I got out of the pre-order. Look at that sophisticated sled. Isn't that one going to be fun? There you go. Those are all my sneak peeks for you. I was pretty excited when I got them. And which one's this? I don't want Cajun Craze. Do we have a lighter brown or is early espresso as brown as we're going to get? We'll do some Cajun Craze, I guess. I don't really need too much Cajun Craze. We'll just give it a little bit of a lighter look. All right, are you ready to make that snowman white? Oh, back up. We're also going to take our blender pen, and I like to start with the lighter colors. And it changes them from looking like colored pencils into looking like they were watercolored. So I start with the light, and then I color into the next shade. If I want to make sure that nothing is on, I just go on a white piece of paper. Let's see the difference between the top of the tree that I use the blender pen on and the bottom. Okay, let me finish my tree. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Join my email list if you would like some free tutorials and other odds and ends and to stay up on things. I made the it was pretty awesome for my my free tutorial next week. I use the Seaside Wishes bundle. It's pretty, it's one of my favorite cards. I wish I'd have made it for my class, but I didn't. Okay, see? That look better? All right, now I don't mind if there's still a little green on it. See, there's a little green still on it. But if I go to the brown, it doesn't matter. There we go. And I can go from brown to black without worrying too much about colors mixing. Look at the top hat versus the brim. It just makes it look amazing. So if blends are too expensive for you, consider investing in a blender pen and the watercolor markers. So I'm going to just take and get this off until it comes out clear. I did not want the black on the red. But I can have the red on the carrot nose. There we go. I've got a little red left on it. I might just give him a little cheek. Really light. Now let's make him white. All right. You can use several different things. So when I put it away, I try to have it clean. So when I grab it, I don't have to worry about it. And I just keep most of them in this box. They come in sets of 3. I think they're like $12 for 2 or 3 blender pens. And I just throw them in my pencil box with them. This is an old stamp case. And there you go. So let's do the white. Oops, I forgot a pencil. Okay. Thirsty, thirsty. So when they go kaputs on me, I save them. And then I use them. This one's got a W on it. That means I use it for white. So we're going to take a block, or if you have your glass mat, you can use your glass mat. Like I said, I am not using my glass mat tonight because I love stamping on it. It causes glare when I'm doing videos with you. And I also heard it takes up quite a bit of my bandwidth, which, I struggle with my internet signal if you watch me very often at all. So we're going to take some of the Whisper White. It goes with our ink pad, our craft ink pad, the for white. I just put a little dollop there. And then this becomes, and it had a little bit left in it from, and we're just going to paint inside the stamp with the brush. And it might look bright at first, but it will fade as we go. And since it's snow, I'm not going to worry about it. I get a little out of the lines. You could also use a water painter. If I forget to wash this off, I'd rather not ruin one of my water painters. I would rather ruin one of my blending brushes that was at the end of its life anyway. I could go over the buttons or around them. Doesn't matter. So you just pull that around. This works. I like it best on crumb cake. I don't know why, but I do. You kind of have a heavy hand at first and then just kind of paint it around. Like I said, as soon as I saw this stamp, I had to have it. The reason I'm encouraging you to get the dies now is because online exclusives, we have no knowledge as to when they're going to go out of stock and just never come back. As demonstrators, we don't even know. So if you want the die set to go with this cute snowman, get it on the bundle sale. Why not, right? Save a little extra money so you can afford Mr. Snow. All right, I don't know. It might cover up that cheek, but we're going to go for it. All right, I was going to use this for the runners also. So I need a really fine strip of it. It is wet, so you have to watch. You don't just stick your wrist, excuse me, your hand in it. Now, you can also take and make some snow. Because we're going to put it on snow paper. I could just splatter it, but this isn't as fine tip as I thought, so. I might be ruining it as we speak. But you know what? That's where the embellishments will go. Right? Okay. So now we need a saying for him. Again, with this, you just wipe it on a piece of scratch paper, which I really don't want to ruin the other side of this, but I'll have to print a new one because I've used it way too many times as scrap paper for it not to officially be called scrap paper. So let's set this aside and we will use Sending Loads of Christmas Cheer. Now, this would actually fit in the wagon also. It would actually fit in the wagon. Fun, fun, fun. All right, and then you wash this off, of course. I'm going to set it in there for now because otherwise I'm going to stick my finger in it. I need a block. And that's just drying and making a mess. Like I said, that's where we're going to put the embellishments. All right. Go ahead and, ooh, that does not look good. On your photopolymer stamps, test it, drag it, put a rubber eraser across the bottom of it. Something like that. Sending loads of Christmas cheer. Put this together. So you knew I cut the middle out. So we're going to stack this on here. Should have used some blue ornaments, but it's fine. And then that on there. So I had it matched up pretty well. And then I made this a little smaller because I wanted more of that to show. Actually, I could make it even smaller. Maybe get rid of my blob. Oh, make it smaller. Oh, that's why you're crafting with me, right? Get rid of my blob. So this piece will now be 3. I hope I just didn't mess that up. Nope. 3. And then we'll cut 1/4 inch off here. And 1/4 inch off here. So this will now be 3 by 4 1/4. And hopefully we didn't screw that up. Nope, it actually looks better. Some days are like that, you know? Okay, this is still damp, so we have to be careful of that. That being said, we're going this way. Up. And that's why we're using the runny glue, so we can adjust. All right. Now, we're going to make this an easel card. So we're going to put this on top. Use a strong adhesive. And I'm going to line it up at the top here before I get to the adhesive. There we go. And then we need something down here. Okay. We're going to take this piece. These are kind of long, so you kind of need some of the longer blocks. And I'm going to focus on just a couple of these presents. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad to share all my tips with you guys. Well, like I said, we're going to focus on those couple of presents. And this is maybe we'll bring some blue in. We will stick with colored pencils. And this is maybe what we'll bring balmy blue. Sometimes they don't have to match perfectly, right? So you can just be a messy color with colored pencils. And I know the reds will match because we'll use the same one. Meaning we'll use real red instead of cherry cobbler. On this one. I kind of have part of the next card done already, or the next project. It's not even a card. I know, can you believe that? I used to do 3D projects all the time, and then I kind of got away from it for a while. And now this doesn't have a die, but they kept the lines pretty easy. Pretty easy. So what color do we want? Oh, of course, green. Garden green. And blue and you know what? May as well use white. No, that won't work. No. White on white. What was I thinking? Blue and lighter blue. Granny apple green. Yeah, we'll use green and blue. Okay, there we go. Now I can color messy. And I just grab my blender pen. Make sure it's clean because I don't know if this is the same one I had. And take it. And then see how much red's in there? Get it out of there before you move on to your next color. If you don't want them to smear. If it's not a light color, clean it off first. There we go. Now, since that's a darker green, I'll go in and do some shadowy areas until I get rid of that darker green off. And then do the others. Do my pretty blue. Oops, I didn't get that green clean enough. So there's green in that one. Oh, well. No one will ever tell. Oh, you know what else starts July 3rd? Is bonus days. For every $50 you spend, you get a $5 certificate to spend in August. Pretty fun. And I also have my summer shopping spree event happening right now. For every $25, you get your name in a drawing, or you can send me a card, one a month for that, and get entries there. Or other challenges. I issued one earlier this week for a bonus entry. So you don't have to purchase anything to win. There are other ways for you to participate. If you are another demonstrator or have another demonstrator, I will draw sometime around Labor Day weekend. It's kind of far out. I can't say I will draw on Labor Day because I might be doing something fun, or I might be driving a combine. Who knows? So I only used part of the stamp. You don't have to use the whole stamp, you know. Oops. Wasn't quite cut as much as I thought. All right. A couple little more pieces. You want just a little something to hold your card up when it's open with the easel card. There we go. My bits and pieces. Some white chunks. I am picky. So then we'll use a dimensional on that. Actually, no, we're going to use a glue dot. So we want it popped up, but we don't want it obnoxious. So a glue dot will pop it up, but not let it be obnoxious. So it's like we need another glue dot. Where's my take your pick tool? Now we could put an inside in, but this is a color that you can read. So sometimes I don't if it's a color you can read. Sending Christmas cheer to you and yours. Oh, that one says a warm hello. Well, the front says sending loads of Christmas cheer. So we'll use to you and yours on the inside. And we are done with card number 2. Hopefully that did not make a mess. There we go. There's my card. There's my card closed. And then as an easel card. So it props up if you want it to. Now with the white, you can go back and add another layer. If you look right here on the side here, it's not quite dry yet. So don't stack it on something until it's done. Now I might go over it maybe with some Wink of Stella. I'm going long tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just chatty with this fun set and all my extra little sneak peeks of coming attractions. So we'll add some glitter. Do a little on the sled, make it glisten. I was going to put some embellishments in the stars. Yeah, I don't know what I have for embellishments. I have some old snowflakes. Maybe I should just do that. Maybe not. Those aren't going to go. I have some old of these, but I think they're a little obnoxious. I don't know what I have that's current. I have not cleaned out my bucket. Those are current. And it'll add a little sparkle. These are just iridescent rhinestones. And I know they're current and they go with everything. And they cover up your mistakes. And you're trying to be artsy and it backfires on you. And we can either put one up in the snowflake and one over here. There we go. There he is. Looking better now. There you go. I think I already said that. Next up, we have a 3D project, and I had to work out the size before I got started. So let me take you through the steps. I see we're running out of time, so I'm going to just kind of move forward with this one. So I wanted a 3D item. So you need a piece of paper that, I have my piece of paper, is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And let me show you what you do next. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then you're going to score 3/4 of an inch all the way around. All right. So now you have this little box bottom. Making sure that that's what it was. Okay. So then fold it. Then cut and then wedge to the corner. Cut, wedge to the corner. Cut and go towards the corner is what I mean. Because you want this cut to be straight and then this cut to be a little bit less. Now you can cut this off too if it's annoying. But we're going to put it together with some adhesive like so. All right. Then we have a box. Next thing that we did, actually I did this after, but we're going to do it this way. Take this stamp set, take this stamp set, and I like the look of the wooden. So I stamped that 4 times on crumb cake. All right. And I'll show you in just a second. I cut 2 of them here and here so it had an end. It's easier to see on this. Then I glued them onto my box. Actually, I ran it through the die cut machine with the timber. And then I glued it to my box. So here's what you have. This is where I cut. I cut right here and right here. And then I got the back for my little box. Okay. I made 4 tires. I haven't done anything with them because I wanted to wait for you. So I'm going to grab, I stamped them in early espresso. So let's just go ahead and use the early espresso. This is almost like black. I put them on very vanilla because I don't need stark white. But I should have maybe done it just on crumb cake. But I didn't. This was the one thing I wanted to do with this. I thought, oh, that would be such a cute little wagon. And I didn't get it done when I first got the set. So I thought, okay, we're going to do this. Ooh, almost went out of lines there. This will be the back. Probably should use the other end because I'm a little neater with the other end apparently tonight. It's getting late. If you'd like to make these projects, you can also place an order for $35 and I will send you all the pieces and parts. I cannot do any of the stamping. I will send you all the other parts. I assume that you have something similar if you are getting the card kits for it. All right, so then we have wheels. I'm going to put the wheels on our wagon. I'm just going to use a glue dot. I'm going to add the glue dot toward the top of the wheel and put it on like so. Oops, there's one on there that I haven't gotten. You do need 4 because this is going to be a little candy holder. That one's a messy one. Like I said, that'll be the back of our wagon. There you go. So now we have this cute little wagon. So then I wanted to be able to put the handle on. So I cut 2 of the wagon handle dies. Have a good night, Anna. And I'm going to glue them together except for the bottom. I want the bottom to go opposite sides. I want this to go on opposite way. So I'm going to put a little drop of glue in the middle. Yes, this is me being artsy today. There you go. Now, this I didn't put any glue on because we want this to open. And I'm going to put some glue on here. Oops, that's a little too much. So I'm actually going to push it together and then separate it just to spread the glue. And make this the front. And we're going to glue it on the front of the wagon. There's even a place so you can see that it's in the center. And this glue dries really fast. So then we have a little wagon handle. I know, isn't it cute? All right. The last thing we need to do is put something in the wagon. And I was going to put this birthday. The reason I chose the birthday is because it has a die. We could do anything. So let me grab a piece of paper. And we're going to use blends on this because it'll be faster. Yes, I am using both sides of my ink, of my my block. And scratch paper. We're going to do this twice. One. Two. This would just be fun, like at a nursing home or kids' party. Kids' party, it might get ruined quicker. But we will go ahead and just color. Let's see. Yellow's a good color. I could mirror it, but I didn't. That's a lesson for another day. We can add color. We're not going to get too fancy on the coloring. The reason I said older people, you'll understand when I show you what I have to put in it. All right. Goes with yellow. Maybe we'll put a little peach pie in there. All right. Give a little peach to the flames. It's a flaming yellow cake. All right. I don't know if there's anything there for, I don't know if there's anything in there that you can't really put any words in there. I could do a warm hello if it would fit. Nope, a warm hello is not going to fit. So the banner is just going to be empty. All right. Let's do cherry cobbler. This is definitely the dark. There we go. And the light. Not much lighter. I have not used cherry cobbler for a long time. This tip looks like it's about ready to fall out. I haven't used this for a long time. So I just pushed it back in. I'd have to touch this up with my fine tip. I have red everywhere now. Ugh. Said I haven't used the cherry cobbler for a while. All right. What color goes with? We'll just leave that one white. Okay. And use the Granny Apple Green for something. It's birthday, so it does not have to be Christmas colors. But I'm using some of the pieces and parts from the Filled with Cheer set and some of them from the Filled with Fun because they all go together. So that was light. This is dark. Doesn't matter which way you go. They all blend together. Go back over it with this one a little bit. All right. How about a blue? And you can use whatever you have. Blueberry bushel. This is dark. This is light. We'll go with light. I just like the brush tip because it fills it in faster. I'll be going the opposite way on the wagon, but next time I'll try a mirror image. How's that? Oh, we're going long tonight. Really long. All right, we'll do a purple. No, we won't do purple. We'll do green. Shaded spruce. That sounds like a good green. Another green. I wanted it to be something that could go for a boy or a girl. I was afraid if I put too much purple in here, it wouldn't work. Although purple was my school color, so it could be just fine. Let's see. What color do I want now? What goes with the shaded spruce? Yellow? Sure, we'll tie it in with more yellow. Now it looks like a Green Bay Packer present, kind of. My sister would like that. And these are both lights because I have icky. There we have it. Now we need a color for our flag. How about a nice, pretty light blue? This is balmy blue. I did say it was for an older person, though, didn't I? Probably. Just because of the traits of what I have. That's a white present. So I'm going to run this through the die cut machine with the dies. Here's the die for it. Grab some tear and tape to hold it in place. I was going to say, I know I had more tear and tape somewhere. And this one, you really kind of want to make sure it's in the right place. It's going to give us a little lip to add some adhesive at the bottom. And again, I'm sorry I went long tonight. I think sometimes the more coloring I have to do, the longer it takes. There's that one. Then we're going to move it. Get it all lined up again. And run it through. Not heard from my daughter, so she must be fine. No news is good news, right? We're almost done. We have this cute wagon. And like I said, I will send you all the pieces and parts if you would like to make these. Oh, remind me, I need to show you my other project that I did with this set also. So you can get the bundle on sale. And then you can get the new stamp set on Wednesday. All right, so tear and tape. I'm only going to need this much, but I only need half strength. So I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise. Because that's a pretty narrow strip. I probably could have done it with the whole strip. Your adhesive, make your adhesive work for you. If you only want to use half of it, only use half of it. See, it just fits in there right. There we go. We're going to line this up and put it in there. Put it inside our box. Let's see, I need to go down a little further on a couple of my little pictures. Same thing here. And it's made to go inside this wagon, so it's perfect. There we go. There we have our cute little wagon full of goodies. Like I said, this is like not old people, but my mom always had a handful of these, so that's what I thought. What can I put in there? And I just bought these to throw in packages. And I know it sounds horrible. There. Gotta have some Werthers, right? So there is my happy birthday candy wagon. Isn't that cute? So let's recap what we did tonight. This is card number 1. You make my heart bloom. And card number 2 is sending loads of Christmas cheer. And project number 3 is our little wagon. And the project I did before, and I don't remember which mystery stamping it was, but it used the designer series paper that went with the bees in the last catalog. You make my heart bloom. So this was another one that I did. There's the little banners in there. So there are some projects if you have the Filled with Fun stamp set, and then you get the Filled with Stamp set and die bundle. And if you get the Filled with Cheer stamp set, it all works together. So thank you so much for crafting with me. Remember, the bundle sale ends on Sunday. The new online exclusives and the bonus days start on Wednesday. I'm hoping to be here on Tuesday, but I will not be here next Thursday. I will be celebrating our nation's birthday, and I hope you will too. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and thank you for crafting with me. Good night.